Okay, so I'm going to walk through my yard and talk a little bit about what's happening. So last year, I got this beautiful dapple willow. Was absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it's going to do. It looks like it might be dead, so it may be coming out. And I bought a couple of little bushes that got way too big, so those need to be moved. They were right there, so those need to be moved. And this little guy here, he's beautiful and stuff, but I'm not sure that I'm real happy with him either. This is a Vickery golden privet, and it's supposed to get 8 to 10 feet tall, but you can trim it down, so that's going to get big. And then I got a little hanging basket of strawberries. I'm excited about that. My cats love my garden almost too much. Now, right here, this little grass thing is going to come up. I'm going to put something else there. My spirea bush is getting bigger every year. It's a dwarf, but it's getting bigger. And then I got this little guy here. He's only 32 inches tall, and his cousins are much bigger than him, but he was $20. They're $50 each. This year, I went with $20. I did have pampas grass here. Now, a little bit about pampas grass. They start late, so everything else is blooming and looking pretty. And then you have these little dead things. And I'm not happy about that, because when everything is starting to bloom and then you have these dead things, it's just not very pretty. And then they get big finally and gorgeous, and you love them. But then it gets cold out and they start to die, and now you have these big pieces of grass that are just going to fall over, get in the way of everything. It's too cold outside to come outside and cut them down. And so yeah, then you have all winter of ugliness just hanging around. Now these here, I decided to get a row of them and make a hedge, because like I said, they're the Vickeries. They're going to get really big. It's going to fill all this area in and give me some privacy. This year, I went ahead and extended my bed over a little bit more, moved all my pavers and everything over, because I took on the project of digging up all of the grass that was left in here. It was the just the regular Kansas buffalo grass that grows like that crap. And I wanted a beautiful lawn, so I dug all that up. And I had a friend of mine come over and lay some sod. I love it. Yesterday I mowed it for the first time, and it's amazing. All right, and then I had all this beautiful real estate here that I decided I was going to plant some vegetables. So I have a cat that is hopefully not going to lay on them. That's why I put the bricks and stuff around it to hopefully prevent them from doing that, but who knows. So I have cabbage, red cabbage and white cabbage, and I have broccoli and cauliflower. We'll give it a shot. Last year I tried container gardening, and unless you have a drip system on a timer or you're home all day every day to where you can tend to it, container gardenings suck. So last year I planted my cherry trees there and there, and I can only say I love them. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. So here I have a whole lot more real estate, and I think I'm going to put a Brussels sprout in there. I'm going to plant a Brussels sprout. They get kind of big and crazy, and so I really need the room for it. I have another grass back there I think I'm going to cut out. It's a beautiful grass though. It's kind of reddish purple, and it's just fantastic, but it's not greening up. It's not doing anything. Now these, they are, and they get really huge, and I'm not really sure I'm going to keep them after this year. It depends, but this year I'm not going to screw with it. digging up pampas grass is a pain in the arse, let me just say. So because I dug up all of this grass in here, I was able then to just kind of make my border, refine it and make it a lot prettier. It was smoother, and I made it smoother and prettier. And I changed my bricks right here too, along this way, pulled it out a little bit more, giving myself a little bit more real estate to actually plant some stuff. I think right in here, I'm going to plant some onions, some bulb onions. See, look at that cat, just lays there amongst things. Now that's a snowball bush, and it's supposed to get big too and have those great big white puffy balls. But those grasses there that I still haven't cut out, see, I've got those dead ones back there. But I want to get rid of those. Last year they got so tall, they got all the way up here to where this is. And it just took over this whole area, covered up my little fairy city right here. And so I'm just going to plant some vegetables, some onions and stuff around there, maybe some radishes, you know, just to give it a little bit of greeny stuff. But yeah, the pampas grass, I think I'm over it. It's cheap and it's pretty while it lasts, but then you have all that dead foliage to look at all year, all winter, and I'm just kind of over it, like I said. Now, this area right here is just kind of like my little junk area right here by my shed, but I'm going to build a rocket stove out of bricks and put it right here. And that way, when I come home, I can just start a little fire, grill myself something to eat, and not have to light up a charcoal grill. What a pain in the butt that is. This here is an area where my canvas was, or is, and it gets all the way up to here. It's going to fill all this area in right here. This here is my butterfly bush. I cut it down all the way like that last year, and by the end of the summer, it was huge. It was all the way up to here, and between the canvas there and the butterfly bush there, I could even barely walk through this walkway right here. So that's going to get real big and fill in. This was my cherry tree that I planted last year, and it's looking amazing. And this is my black pussy willow. Some of it looks like it might not have survived. So, but it's almost too big for here. It's almost too big. I whack on it all the time. I think the dimension of it is like, it could be 10 feet wide. So obviously that was not a good choice, but it's there, and I'm just going to keep whacking away. Here's another one of my dapple willows, and it's got stuff going on down there, but I can grab one of those twigs and break it off. I don't know what I'm going to do. But a lot more real estate down here. I think I'm going to plant a little area of radishes and then the little green onions. I love those. Here's a lavender bush. It looks dead, but it actually has some stuff growing on it. You can see it's actually coming to life, and this thing gets huge as well. So here's a little patio area that kind of depending on where the sun is and what's going on, where I sit. But you can see my pole right there, that I do have a big red umbrella. All right, well, that's about what's going on right now. A lot more tidying up to do and things like that. I hope my vegetables turn out. If not, that's okay. But anyway, that's what's going on. I hope you enjoyed it.